Hi, my name is Bill, and today we're going to be going over how an electric range works. Just in case you're curious and you've ever wanted to see the inside of your range, or you have to prepare for doing a repair and you want to know ahead of time what's in store for you. Warning: before doing any repairs, please disconnect your power source. So in case you didn't know, this right here is an electric oven with a flat cooktop surface. Our electric oven here has 4 different cooking surfaces as well as a warming zone, and not all ovens have that, but this is just going to be a general informative video on how an electric oven works. So we'll start off with the top part here. So on the front right here, we've got a couple of different switches right here. This one will control the dual burner. Again, not every single oven is going to have this, but this one does. So this is going to be controlling whether the dual burner is on or off and in a lower power mode. Then up here, you've got an oven light. Down here, your speed bake, if you want to turn that option on. And of course, you've got all of your control switches for the different elements. And that goes all the way from off, and it goes to high, and it turns right back to off. Or if you want to, you can turn it right back to high automatically. So right here, you've also got your control panel, and that's basically the brains of your entire oven. That tells it what basically what you want it to do. You've got your oven temperature. It can tell you how much time you have left. You could set a timer on it so that it counts down if you're cooking something. It also tells you that the oven is in preheat, and it will beep when the oven is preheated and it's ready at the temperature you want it at. And down here, we've got an indicator that comes on if you've got a hot surface. So if any of the elements are still hot after you just cooked, that'll come on, letting you know that you really shouldn't be touching the glass on the oven because it'll still be hot and it could still hurt. And it could possibly burn you. So the other good thing about this having the hot surface indicator on there is it could also serve as a reminder that you should take whatever you were cooking off the element and maybe move it over or put it somewhere else, because if you do leave it on with the electric stove, it's going to continue cooking until that element has enough time to cool down. So if you had it all the way up on high heat, the highest heat that it'll go, and you have something like maybe a stir fry or whatever you have on there, that's going to keep cooking until you take it off. So don't just make your plate and go eat and leave the rest on the stove. You're going to have to get that and move it over to a different burner that you didn't use, unless you like charred meat, which no one's judging. And right here you see an electric oven with the elements that sit on top of the range. So that's the difference right there, is that it's just got these electric coils and those glow red hot when you turn the oven on. The other thing about electric ovens is they take a lot more energy to run than a standard appliance. So these go on 220 lines, and you'll see there's 2 different types. We've got a 3-prong and a 4-prong. The 3-prong is an older version, while the 4-prong is a newer, and it's supposed to be safer and prevent any kind of overloads or anything like that from happening. It's supposed to be better at grounding, basically. So if you have a house that does have the 3-prong ones, you can always hook that up to your appliance. Just follow the instructions that are on the user manual. If, however, you have a house that has the 4 prongs, you're not going to want to change the outlet because it's actually illegal to do that now. So you're going to have to get a 4-prong plug and install that properly onto your appliance. So this is underneath the cooktop of your oven. So you've got all of your little elements right here, and this is with the glass that's on top. Of course, when you have the electric elements that sit on top of the range, you're going to have a slightly different looking piece underneath here, but it's essentially the same type of thing. So these are all electric elements, and then they have ceramic on the outside to help stop from anything else, like all these wires and everything, getting burned. And then down here, we've got the insulation on the oven, and that's going to keep most of the heat inside where you want it and not escaping and making your cooktop, for example, extremely hot. And then you've got a little exhaust vent here as well, and that just helps some of the heat escape out into your kitchen or wherever you have your oven. So now we've got the inside of the oven here, and we've got obviously our baking racks, which you can move from the very top all the way down to this bottom rack right here, or you can take one out if you've got something big that you're going to cook and basically use them in any combination that you want. Then I'll take these out. So on the inside, you'll see you've got your baking element as well as a broil element right here, depending on your preference of cooking style. And you've got a fan back here that circulates air, as well as an exhaust vent right up in here that helps some of the air that's already in here go out and leave the oven so that you can get some air circulation. So right here is your oven door. The oven door has several panes of glass inside of it, all to keep all the heat trapped inside. You've got this insulating piece of material right here, which is the door gasket, and that keeps heat from escaping. It's going to seal right around this grooved edge on the door here. But then inside the door, it's got several layers of glass as well as insulation, again, to keep the heat inside the oven and not coming out into your kitchen. And now on the bottom here is the broiler drawer. Not a lot of people know this, but you can actually cook stuff in there. Instead of this being a storage drawer, this is actually something that can be used to cook inside of. Not a lot of people know that, even though it comes on the instructions, but nobody reads the instructions nowadays anyways, right? Finally, don't forget to plug in your appliance. If you need to replace any parts for your appliances, you can find an OEM replacement part on our website, PCApplianceRepair.com. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and share our video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us make more videos just like these for you to watch for free.